Repetition is the mother of skill. I remember that word from Tony Robbins, but related to that, I want to also say continuation is power. When you get things done, you need to continue, and therefore the repetition. So the repetition is like a PDCA, plan, do, check, act. You keep learning, you keep moving forward. You keep making mistakes, so you learn from the mistake and come up with a plan and then implement. And after implementing, checking what happened, what you have learned, standardize or keep on improving further so that that's the process for continuously learning and continuously improving. Of course, you don't want to repeat the same thing without any result. So repetition may not be the reason for your skill. You may develop a bad skill, bad habit develop. And so we have to understand that clearly, and what it means is the direction of which way to go. The aim, the vision, the dream. What we really like to do, empowered, passionate about doing things. That's the vision or the mission. The mission may change over a long time period because we keep learning. And therefore this whole process is never stopping. And that is for each individual, for the group, for the whole human species. And from the beginningless beginning to the endless end. To be alive is going against the law of entropy or the hurdles. If you leave things alone, things gonna deteriorate, disorganized. Life is a force to go against that. And there's life energy, like spring water coming out, that we have. When we are born, we are full of it. We cry, look for the food, don't know how vulnerable we are, but we just cry and learn from mother's help or father's help, and then grow. If we have an unfortunate situation of parents not there or not guiding or giving good examples for the little baby to grow, then we may be a little bit twisted or quite a bit twisted. I don't know the history of Trump becoming the U.S. president, but I've noticed certain things happened in his early days. I don't know about the Putin. Well, do I know anything about myself? Not to complain others, but for us to realize what is happening within myself, good habit, bad habit, we develop over time, but still trying to get the vision, dream that we had and we have, and for the human species to have, to be happy and more progression, probably, but progression not for the sake of giving up the happiness. So there's a balance of how we operate. So individually we are to do it, and as an organization we want to have the alignment of the individual's mission and goals to the company's, organization's mission and goal. So that's where I put my energy for the last 40 years to reduce waste in the organization, but empower people to be a part of the whole process of the growth of the organization, aligned to their growth. So that energy and the process, plan, do, check, act, continuous learning and sharing the progress, every now and then reflecting, maybe write annual report or monthly, or even daily, depending upon what we face and what's the needs, and keep continuing to go through that. Easy to say, difficult to do. It's not just a concept, but the execution. And out of the execution, we learn what went right and wrong and why, and what can we do about it. So you develop another plan, maybe even changing the direction of your company, organization, or yourself, or family, friend, and how to relate to each other, and keep searching for and exploring the process until we die. When we die, hopefully prior to that, we have given what we have learned to the next generation, friends, family, whoever, so that the process of the growth, learning, having fun in the process, and feeling happy in doing so can continue. Again, easy to say, difficult to do, but the main point of this talk is about repetition is the mother of skill, but also continuation is the source of the power. Continuation doesn't happen unless we have power. And the power needs to be oriented in the right direction. And there has to be a learning to go through that process. So there are lots of factors influencing each other, and not just within oneself, but with others as a group and organization. It's doable. We have been doing it. Some success, some failure. But maintain the momentum or drive or the vision and the process to move forward. To me, that's a big mission for each of us. May not be clarified or stated as such, but I think it's necessary that we feel good about what we do and why, so we know what we do and why. The question I've been asking. Just a few memory stories that I have. When I get into Zen and meditation, there are people who I met and being influenced. Daisetsu Suzuki is the major one, but I also met Yasuharu Nara, the professor and the principal of the Komazawa University, and he edited almost 1,000 pages of book collecting all the wisdom of various Buddhist sects put together with about 30 people from the academics. It's a wonderful book. Related to Nara, Mr. Nara, is Nakamura, Hajime Nakamura. And funny story I chuckle and found interested is that he's really famous about his writing on Buddhism and so forth. And I understood that he did his work in a small room, which is about 2 meter by 2 meter, 6 foot by 6 foot, 7 foot by 7 foot, something like that. And the story is such that he's just happy being in exploring the Buddhism. It's endless learning of how the Dhamma, the law, is manifested and described by many people. And he's full of those reference books and so forth. And his joy is to be in that tiny room, surrounded by wonderful books that he felt, and dig into it. At the same time, he writes books and discuss with Mr. Nara. I haven't met Nakamura-san, but the Nara-san I met a few times. Those are the references for me. And that story of Mr. Nakamura about the tiny room and be happy in there, surrounded by wonderful wisdom of Buddhist people, spiritual teachers. I don't know whether he went outside of Buddhism. It doesn't matter. Whatever the passion we have, and be surrounded by those wonderful friends and references, and be able to put yourself in the middle of it, in that wonderful universe of wisdom. That's his way. My way is different, but there may be something connecting that I feel, or maybe we may all feel, that we can enrich our life and for our future generations to be happy in what we do. Repetition is the mother of success. We want to find the right direction, the mission, the dream, and continue that. That's the power, and stimulate us and help others. Thank you.